Hello, Brenton with All Out Octane here, and in this video I am at the courthouse. Well, I just got done at the courthouse. So interestingly enough, I had been subpoenaed to go to court for the accident involving the Ford. And I didn't really understand what was happening or going on. Long story short, the case got dismissed because the district attorney looked at the footage. I've actually seen the footage as well, and they couldn't determine who was at fault. But at the same time, there was somebody at fault. The Honda hit me. There was another car involved. There was a Kia, and I actually spoke to the Kia driver after the trial thing or whatever it is, and they said they really don't know what happened either. But now I'm kind of mad because the Joel Bieber law firm showed up at my house, which apparently is not normal behavior for them, and they were taking pictures of my car in my driveway. So I'm all for forgiveness and grace. I get it. It was a really rainy day. That's what it is. But at the same time, like, sure, the case got thrown out. That's fine. But now I'm not happy with the behavior that the Joel Bieber firm did. So now I'm kind of curious. Do I have a case with them? Who knows? But I'm all dressed up, bundled up, because now I gotta run home, which is fine. I love running. I need a run for the day anyway. But I only have one car, so now I kind of want to sue Joel Bieber for my car because I only have one, and you know, they showed up at my house. Not cool, man. Not cool. Well, it's a new day. I am in different athletic clothes. As you guys have probably noticed, you've been seeing me in a lot of athletic clothes. Having no cars really helps you stay healthy. Granted, I've been trying to stay healthy anyway. I've been running more, I've been riding my bike, and I've been lifting, but there's more incentive when you have no cars to actually stay healthy because you got to ride your bike places and do other things. So I'm taking a late lunch from my job, and I'm going to go pick up the Rendezvous because I just got the call that it is done. Still needs an alignment before it can get an inspection, but that has to go in tomorrow morning, and then I'll figure all the rest of that out, so it'll get an alignment, then it'll get inspected, etc. However, let's pull the bike out and get rolling. The unfortunate thing has been is when you own a really expensive bike, older bike, there's high repair costs for old expensive bikes, just like there are old expensive cars like Ferraris and stuff like that. Last year I put tires on the bike. I did that myself, but this year I might have to take it to the Trek store because my one gear is slipping, and that's not good. It's not allowing me to get like full top speed. So while I'm still gonna cruise over there in less than probably a half an hour, probably only 20 minutes, it is a lot harder because it doesn't get to full top speed because I'm missing that last gear that I need to get it all going. So I'm gonna have to get that repaired at some point, and we'll make a vlog out of that too. Quick note, if you're riding your bike, always wear your helmet. I just took a major fall because this road is very dangerous. As you can see, there's a lot of cars, and so I wasn't trying to ride on the black top there because I didn't want to, you know, get hit by cars, which was probably a better idea because I just took a huge hit. There's a hole over there, and I just fell, and it hurt. But I'm okay. Picked all the briars off me. But yeah, wear a helmet because I would have hit my head for sure. I don't know if you can see anything. I haven't taken it off to check, but yeah, be safe. Ta-da, there she is. She's back. So as I said, she does need to get an alignment before it'll get full pass inspection. But right now I get to put in the bike, which I think is good. I don't see any alignment problems on my bike. I did scratch the pedal there, or the lever, but looks good, although the gear is still slipping. That's before the wreck, so I'll have to take that to the Trek store, and let's just keep moving. More fun adventures. I'm actually at the shop that I'm going to get the alignment at because I can't drive that thing home. It is sketch. So I'm going to get that done, and then I'm going to, well, I'm going to drop it off as I have to, and then I'm going to ride my bike home. So yet again, another healthy perspective from not having a vehicle. All right, it's the next day, about to head out, ride my bike, because I just got the call that the car was done at the alignment shop. Don't know what was wrong yet, gonna get there, figure that out, and I'll update you guys then. Well, I made it to the mechanic. He said it was all good. The tires were just inline, so like walking like pigeon-toed. But I got my bike all loaded up, and I'm gonna go get the inspection really fast, and then I should have the Rendezvous back on the road. There it is, 10:23. I know that's backwards because I don't feel like getting out right now, but she's on the road, she's legal, and that's exciting. So where do we go from here? I know, how about a car show? So I am out in Franklin, Virginia at their final cruise-in event for the year. I haven't made it to any of them, but this is the one to be at because they've got all the streets shut down and they've got tons and tons of cars out here. So let's go take a look at a few cars. By the way, the car behind me, that 1925 Ford, that is actually a sort of neighbor. He's in our neighborhood and I see that car all the time, so it's pretty cool. So here's something interesting. This car is not part of the car show, but I've actually driven one of these things. This is an Sts-V, a Cadillac Sts-V, and I knew somebody who had one of these. I actually got to drive one for a whole weekend. That was a fun experience, and that is an amazing car. At the time, I believe that car was like $120,000, something like that. It was expensive. It's one up from the CTS-V, although the CTS-V was more powerful and better looking in my opinion, but the SDS is super rare. And it's amazing that it's not actually in the show, it's just sitting here in this parking lot. Super cool. Okay, so I was talking to some really nice people and I saw an Aventador pull in, and a Lamborghini Aventador. That is like $350,000 car. I just saw him pull in, so let's go find it. Okay, so before we find the Aventador, I had to put in this Crown Vic because the city of Franklin is still using it, even though it's super old, as like a fire vehicle. That's hilarious. Okay, so I found the Aventador. As I said, this thing is bonkers. It's like a $300 and some thousand car, and it shows up at Franklin, in Franklin, Virginia. This is why you come to these shows, because all of these cars are amazing, but sometimes you don't get to see the really, really expensive stuff. Even at Virginia Beach, I've never seen this car before. That is bonkers, absolutely insane. But there have been some other amazing cars here, and I'm gonna keep pointing them out as I go. Okay, so here's a fun one. This one's a 1957 Cadillac. And my grandfather has two 57 Chevy Bel Airs. I'll put those in another clip or something like that. But this was cool because I really like Cadillacs. I've always loved the 57 Chevy, but it's really cool to see a 57 Cadillac. Plus, I love this yellow. This is one of the most iconic colors, in my opinion, of that era and that decade was the yellow. Okay, so I'm going to try to do this over the music. This is hard, but this is a Malibu sedan, no post. That is interesting. That is cool. Okay, in between the music, this thing is crazy. So there's a Saturn Sky. Those seem to be a lot more popular. You don't see Pontiac Solstices. That's what this is. This is a Pontiac Solstice. And if I had the money, I might actually bite on this. Okay, this thing is awesome. This is a 1957 Chevy Gasser, and Gassers are incredibly popular right now. This thing is called Strip Teaser. They always tend to have names. It's got the Moon Eyes logo right down there. 427 cubic inch big block. I don't know if that's exactly true. I'm not quite good with engines, but this thing is amazing. I love it. Okay, so here is a 1957 Chevy. This is what my grandfather has. This one is a sedan, just like he has. This one is a Bel Air, although you can dress them up to put Bel Air trim on them, even if they are not a Bel Air, which is actually, I think, what my grandfather has done with one of his. But both of my grandfathers are 210 Sports, and I think they have just the trim on it to indicate that it's like a Bel Air. But this one, I believe, is a no post, which is a sports sedan, and my grandfather has one of those as well. I think the other one does have a post in the center, and what I mean by that is in the window. You can kind of see if there's a post or no post. I think the window's up at the moment. But yeah, a lot of car information, and I'm kind of a nerd about this stuff. Well, that was a fun vlog. Started out at the Portsmouth Courthouse, where I did not know what was going on, although I guess that person got away scot-free. No big deal. I did lose a little bit of sleep over it because I was a little upset that I was an innocent bystander. My car got completely totaled, and because they couldn't find who was at fault, I ended up getting, they ended up getting, and she didn't have insurance. But anyway, whatever. I need to let that go too. So I'm not gonna lose any more sleep over that. We also biked almost 15 miles, probably actually 15 miles when all was said and done, to get this thing back on the road. The Rendezvous is back on the road. And we're down to, again, a two-car family fleet, because the Enclave is still toast. Still no update on that one. I'll let you guys know when that happens. Got to go to an awesome car show in Franklin, but it's been a good week. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks a bunch for watching. Until the next one, have a good one.